woke up this morning. I went to bed last night. I had 59 subscribers. I woke up this morning. I had 61 subscribers. So I'm doing something. I'm doing something. It's moving. The energy is moving, right? Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to YouTube. So I'm walking in my full power of we are no longer hiding that we have went from those that are last to those that are first. And you gotta get in. Okay, hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put, if I can, let's see, over here. I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my cash out in the oh, I need two mouses. I'm gonna put my cash out, $sign TWINK0922. Put my cash app in there. I'm gonna go to church, boy. I'll put my cash app in the description because okay, it's in there. I thought I had copied it, but I copied it over here, and I don't know how to. I'm new to this, y'all. I'm new to this, but I'm true to this. So I feel like those that were last shall be first is now. The time is now. And I'm being honest. I'm being honest. So when I say, let me write it like this. Hold on for 1 second. When I say that you got to know thyself to, right. You got to know thyself to show thyself approved. That's in the book. But I don't know if you saw this, Sincere, and you could go fact check it. But a couple of months ago, you said something about when the peoples came to your house, they took your books. And that stuck with me because in the business that we in, this ministry, this teaching of ancient wisdom, knowledge and understanding and overstanding. It's like the conscious, the unconscious, and the subconscious. Those align together. So a couple of months ago, you said they took your books, and I was like, books? They're taking books? And it didn't set right. So I left that in the back of my mind that they took your books. And today, for such a time as this, I had an article come down on my timeline that said that the Bible, the original Bibles, the whatever versions of the Bibles were going to be taken away. They were going to be, it's going to be a banned book, right? So, in saying that, it took me to, we done bought so much. We done bought so many other books, right? And we bringing up this knowledge that we not under the covenant of we can only teach certain things, like the old teachers, the last teachers, because they the last, right? So it would be in reference of hearing someone say the powers that were and the powers that be. You get what I'm saying? So that was one thing. And along with that, with them taking the banning that those books that we once studied from, okay, that we once studied from, they were taking bits and pieces out, and people were missing it. So they couldn't really understand what was happening. It's a lot of confused people out here. And while we have these confused people out here, it's going to be in the reference of the people, like I shared earlier in the week, the people that's outside of you, that you attract them to you, or the people that are inside of you. Hey, the people that are inside of your mind, right? So with them taking some of those books away means we want you only to study or read what I tell you to read. And that's always been a target. It's always been an enemy of us. Occult knowledge and power are within our reach, and they don't want the lights to shine. Right. Because it's being so dim with only allowing people to listen to what somebody else is saying, but not study and show thyself approved. Because you can spit scriptures out all day long, but you don't, if you don't walk in it, it's gonna show. It's like one of those things when I tell somebody, I can see you. I might not say anything right then and there, but I can see you, right? But when we start doing things like saying money comes to me easily and frequently, we start to manifest a different life, and we can't do it the old way that we were doing it. But that just goes to show that your words do have power when you walk in them, because when you start doing it easily, it's not really easy. What you do, if you're doing what everybody else is doing, then it don't come as easy, because it's like the statement of I don't want to stay at the bottom because the bottom is way too crowded, right? If the bottom is way too crowded and there's a wealth transfer going on, then how you gonna catch it? You picking up what I'm dropping? So that's why I push y'all to start your own channels, not just on one platform. And I'm telling you that your voice, it's in your voice. It's how you say, the energy that you say the words. And nobody don't have to, nobody outside of you don't have to really see your vision. It's your vision. It's you, right? So we attract people, places, and things that align with us as an individual first, and then we go out and we get the collective. That's why some people come into you saying, "Oh, I miss you. Where you been?" They miss the energy that you feed. Especially for me, because I've been in hermit mode since 2020, per se. I've been moving around. I have not been in one place. I have not read one book. I've been doing all things, right? All things matter. Right. So thank you, brother. So when we coming into our new avatar, um our new being, right? It would be in reference of me coming out in 2022 saying it's a new earth, right? You don't live and you aren't the same person that you used to be. People gonna come and people gonna go, but everybody's gonna learn a lesson, and what sticks is gonna be magnetized. Your thoughts are creating. That's what they meant by the creator. The creators are creating, because Attaching yourself to creator, content creator, digital creator, whatever creator. I gotta remember I got two cameras here, but I'm talking to you, Sincere, so I'm gonna focus on this platform, but I'm gonna share. So to be a creator, you're gonna mess things up, right? Like if I was making a t-shirt, then that first t-shirt that I made is not gonna be perfect. The first video that you make is not going to be perfect. But you still got to make the product because practice makes perfect. And nothing is ever going to be perfect. You're always going to be able to find a flaw. Your flaw. Your flaw to yourself is what matters. Nobody else's flaws don't matter because they don't see what you see. Everybody sees things with their own eyes in their own perspective. So as a content creator, you can't worry about perfection. When you're working with God, you can't worry about perfection. Whether that's you want to call it God, you want to call it Jesus, you want to call it Yahshua, whatever. Allah, allow. Allah to me means allow. Arm, leg, arm, head. That's still me. Anything that's going on is about you. You still with me, brother? So, when I say we were hanging upside down, you got to be honest. You got to be honest and say, look, I was upside down. I was off balance. Hold on. This other computer doing something. I was off balance. That's where you come in, Sincere. You show people that it's okay to be off balance. It's okay to take 5 blows to the body and say, look, as a healer, I got to heal myself, and I'm showing you that I'm healing myself so you know that you can heal yourself. Because healing yourself was not part of our vocabulary before. We thought we needed somebody outside of us to diagnose us and to heal us. But as you get into the occult knowledge of power, you realize the power is within within my avatar. And I gotta heal myself. Just like the reference of the save yourself. Save and heal is like when you go to the hospital, you're looking for the nurses and the doctors to heal you. But when you become the hospital, when you become the temple, when you become the being, right? Then it hit different. The next affirmation for today is, it's my divine right to be abundant in every area of my life. Every. I don't want to be abundant in just one thing because I am the one. And according to the classes that I took a couple of years back, and y'all see, I've shared hieroglyphics of what I've been doing to get to this point in my life. So, when you can see the pictures, like some people say, oh, I don't want to meditate, right? So, praying is a tool. Everything is a tool that you see on this realm right now. What you choose to do with your tools, that's on you. But everyone can't use the same tools. Like if I'm going to put something together over here, I have to do it as an individual. But I might need to go in your space and say, can I use that tool? But I have to ask permission to get in your space. I have to ask permission to use your tools. I just can't be on the backside in my thoughts saying, I need to use them tools. He got to give me them tools. No, it don't work that way. I have to have permission. So when you walk into somebody's house, whether that be a home or business, um, you have to say, you have to walk in and you greet them, right? And then y'all connect. So some people have walked into houses with the wrong intentions. And if you walk in there with the wrong intentions and the house that you walk into have the wrong intentions, because see, some people they ain't praying for you, they are prey on you, or they're gonna prey on you. And we don't live there no more. You get what I'm saying? So we allow people that we thought were righteous to be in our space. That goes back to the post that I made a couple of days ago. All kinfolk ain't skin folk. Because if all kinfolk was skin folk and they thought that you were going through something, instead of sitting around like a football team huddling over it, you would have reached out. You would have got outside of that conversation, said, let me reach out over here. Because people are grieving. People are grieving. People want answers. And some of us decided to stand in the gap, not by our choice, but by the Most High choice. So when you feel yourself connected to someone, just know that they stand in the gap for you. I stand in the gap for you, but you have to sometimes stand in the gap for me. So it's never really like it's just one teacher. You're the teacher and the student at the same time. We not in the energy anymore of gatekeeping. It's supposed to be we are family. What happened to that? All right, brother, put something in the chat. Let me know. Let me know where you at. So I know some people at work, and I try to go ahead and do this while people were at work because I needed a certain type of energy. I needed an entrepreneurship energy in this live. Not saying that people that work can't be in the live, but it's it's an entrepreneurship energy right now. What are you doing for yourself? And that don't always have to be physical work. So the next affirmation that we have is I am connected to an unlimited source of abundance. What does it mean to be connected? I keep hearing this word connected, connected, connected. We are all connected, right? Because clearly everyone is not connected. Because you would see them in the physical. They would be showing up in some form or fashion, right? Because even when you read, it says that God is formless until you give God form. Pull the book out, Cecile. Let me see. We have a live. Right. Okay. Okay. You right here. What page? What page is it on? We have to live the teachings. Right. You got to live it. And unlimitedly, that's the word. Unlimited. You have to be unlimited. You can't be in a box. Because that would be in reference of them saying the four corners, right? And that's in the Kabbalah. Let's get it out because this book been popping up. This book been coming through, and a lot of people don't know the. A lot of people don't know the laws. And just looking at this box, you got a circle, a triangle, a square, all in one. All right, brother. I know you be losing your. Okay, you back. Okay, so it goes back to this book. That's what I'm saying. You got. Okay, first of all, the difference in the spiritual teachings and the gospel are the spiritual teaching. You're gonna go squiggly lines, right? You're gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be chaos at sometimes. That's when you trying to find your way. Not even that you even trying at that point. You just going with the flow. And the flow is taking you all everywhere. It's like a GPS when you turn too fast. When you don't really pay attention to it saying, okay, I need you to turn at 0.02 miles, right? And you see that sign on the road and you like, oh, that's my road right there, but you ain't seen you ain't even got your glasses on. Right? That's what this spiritual realm is. Now, on the other side, I'm gonna say, I don't want to say gospel. I'm gonna say gospel, not just because I don't want Christians to think that I'm targeting Christianity, right? But there's some words inside spiritual, just like there are words inside Christianity. And I need for you to take your pen and your paper, write the word spiritual, and then see see what words you get that drop down from that, and then write the word Christianity and see what words that you get out of that. Have you done that test, brother? So when you get in the when you get in the spiritual realm of it, you start to pay attention to numbers and what numbers mean. You start to pay attention to signs and symbols like don't turn before you get to the right exit, right? And then even if you turn at the wrong exit, you know you got to turn around and go find another. You got to go another route, right? That's where we at right now. We're going another route because the route that we were trying to take is leaving people confused, right? So to go back to the first affirmation, in my full power, there are power points. Okay. There are energy portals in your body. And we know that to be true, even if you look at acupuncture, you know what I'm saying? But in the energy of it is the seven, right? The seven main chakras, right? But along with the seven main chakras, you have seven main principles. And I find myself telling people it's not what you do or do not do, it's the principle of why you're doing it. The principle of why those last shall be first is because those last had a rough, bumpy road. They took some blows, right? It ain't easy. It was never easy by design, right? Because they say you don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but principalities. What are your principalities? Because in principalities, you can get the word principles, right? So the first one is the principles of mentalism, right? So the principle of mentalism also goes right there with the crown chakra. So when I think about that, I think about some people are operating at number 7 instead of 1. They're operating in the lower, right? The lower, the 7th is gender. Your lowest chakra is gender. Your lower chakra is the root. So when you see somebody operating out of low vibrational energy such as sex and lust and in that energy, then they're at their lower self. But even at your lower self, you need those because in this realm of the root, and for me, just say after a person comes out of celibacy, right? And they start back to engage, doors do open because they have healed the one and connecting with someone else who's healing. It's only that you get out of alignment when you connect with someone that you're not in alignment with that's going to heal you. Then they're going to bring you back, and there's no lower that you can go to that point. Thank you, brother. So the lower is gender, and that's what we see being attacked, gender. Some people operate in their feminine and some people operate in their masculine, right? So for me, it would be the left side or the right side path, right? And we've done in the past, we've done it all from the left hand path. That's the male. Patriarchy and matriarchy. We're looking for balance in the feminine and the masculine. We're not condemning women anymore. We're not looking at other women because, and I'm gonna bring women in this because if you go biblically, it says that women were haunted. They were hunted down, right? So when you see a lot of women coming up now saying, I have anxiety and depression and suicidal thoughts, that's a what we call mental illness. That's a defense mechanism. You're suppressing something, right? And when you're looking for balance, a lot of the women that have these have been using their lower chakras, their gender, wickedly. So you when we hear people saying, I don't need a man, that's a lie. We're gonna sweep that on up under the rug. That's a lie. You need your polar opposite. Now, for number 6, it's cause and effect. Your old teachings was the cause that affected the way you are right now. Your old way of living in the old world on the old earth no longer works. And you fighting it. That's why you need balance, polarity, the yin and the yang. Your left side of your brain and your right side of your brain operating together. Your heart and your mind operating in the highest frequency. Because when you come from the root of it, you're going up. You knew the problem, you're looking for the solution. Or you know the problem. Everybody know their problem. Nobody can't tell you your problem until you tell them your problem. Even when you go to the doctor. When you go to the doctor, you got to fill out a piece of paper in your black ink and tell them what's wrong with you. So you invite them in your space to give you a solution for your problem. That's unbalanced. And do you try to fix the solution for the problem yourself first? Because some attacks like headaches and itching of the body, um, let's see, breathing problems, they are not always, or they don't always have to be put in somebody else's hand. You got to put that energy where okay, it's like a puzzle. If I was going to sit down and put a puzzle together, I'm going to first try to put that puzzle together by myself. And then, oh, excuse me, confirmation. And then after I put that puzzle, start putting that puzzle together, and I get stuck at a piece of this puzzle, I might be like, babe, can you come over here and see if you can help me put this piece right here? Or my mom, I might say, like when it comes to some things, they might don't have the person might don't have no interest in that. Like, I'm not going to go and talk to my brother about menopause because he don't know nothing about menopause. But I might go talk to my brother about power, self power at that. How do you get on a cane and balance your body, yourself, your whole body weight? You balancing it. That's power, right? So I'm not going to go talk to my brother about menopause, but I want to go talk to my sister about menopause because I might be asking my mama, like, can you help me with this menopause situation? And she can't help me because she said, oh, I never experienced that. So by me not having another female to gravitate to say, hey, when you were going through menopause, did you gain weight? Were you having headaches? Did you lose some of your hair? Only a sister can tell me that. So I have to go to which pieces of the puzzle that person can help me put the pieces in the right place. Grand Rising, hey, sweetie. So when we start doing things individually and not depending on people to and we don't depend on people to help us, That means we're trying to do it by ourselves, but I got to come over here and ask somebody else outside of me because I done got to this part of the puzzle that I can't go any further. So I need my people. So when we start saying, oh, I don't need a man, I need my man. But I also need my sisters to help me, and I can talk to you because I need you. And you might be going through something, and you need to know that my door is open and you need me. You don't, we have to be in a state of alone, all one. But that comes to a point, especially now, for such a time as this, that we need people outside of us. I didn't try to do it all by myself, and my puzzle is not coming together. So I got to go out here and read something else or pick up another tool. But yes, it's all about naturally trying to do it without taking a, what they call it, a gazebo. It might be a tea. It might be a meditation frequency. It might be it could be anything, right? All things. But it's the feeling. I can feel it in my body, in my gut, that I need some help. So my emotions, the fuel in me is saying, baby, you need to talk to somebody. She can't help you, and he can't help you. You can't keep sitting here saying, Lord, what to go on? Like my hair getting thin and my body thin. I'm breaking out in sweats because a lot of us know that all medication ain't good medication, just like all skin folks ain't all kin folks. So it comes, we can't be gatekeepers. Don't think that your voice don't matter. Yes, your physical product that you attach to you matters, but your voice, just picking up the phone or your text, just saying, hey baby, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have so much pride that you think that you don't need somebody else. But the fact is that you started it alone. I tried to do this by myself, or I tried this route, and this route don't work, right? But so many of us, like I said, been in habits of showing our true self and being honest with our true self. We don't know how to go out there and look for something else, alternative measures. And when somebody's reaching out to you, we need to start doing this right here. If I reach out to you, or I put something, especially as content creators, right? Because we creators, right? But and I'm going back to the content creator because I put content out there because sometimes I just need a response. And you might not agree with everything, but if you agree with something, the exchange of energy is, nobody on this platform can say that I don't like or love. I'm not a like kind of person. I operate in love. Y'all can hardly ever, will you ever on this platform, and I can only like on YouTube because YouTube only has a like button. But let's read what Tracy said. Yes, we struggle alone sometimes because of being judged. Right. So that's my thing right there. I'm not in a judgment. This is a no judgment zone. Use the tools that you have to use to get use the tools that you need to use to get the results that you're looking for. If somebody don't want to loan you their tools and they got judgment about, I don't want you to use my stuff, you're gonna steal my stuff. No, thou shall not steal. Thou shall not kill. When you kill somebody's energy at them reaching out to you, and you got a low vibrational response, back to the response. It kills. It's like a kill switch. They turn you off. No, open yourself to realize that we are all individuals trying to come together as a collective. We all know our individual problem, and sometimes we have to go outside of ourselves, outside of what we feel comfortable doing to get the results, the solution. Right? The solution. You can't really get the result, but you can go to someone else and get the solution. So that was polarity. So rhythm, right? Rhythm is number 4. Rhythm is the way I ask it. Rhythm is the way I deliver. If I don't use my voice to ask you for the help that I need or the directions, because even some of us can talk to our GPS. Yes, baby. Even some of us can talk to our GPS. We don't have to type it in. We can ask Google or whatever we use. I think it's Google for most of them. Siri, whatever you got in your car. You know what I'm saying? My money ain't right there right now, but money gonna come to me easily and effortlessly because I'm using my voice. Yes, delivery. You can't come in this realm of this planet if you ain't delivered. So you already delivered when you come in here, right? You in the delivery room. And that could be at a hospital, that can be at a house, because hey, our families in the back, they did everything at home. They didn't go outside. And then even then, the midwife, or the what we call now the doula, came in the house, right? So it's always been about you in your space. And as long as you stay in your space, you are comfortable. But that's unrealistic for you to just stay in your space. You never heard of the 7 hermetic principles to the chakras before? Yeah, it's all together. It's you got to put you okay. So the first hermetic principle, I'm gonna get right to it, Cecilia, is mentalism, right? But your first chakra is your brain, your crown. Now, the law of correspondence is what we consider the third, the first eye, because they taught it to us so wrong. The third eye is not the third eye; it's the blind eye. It's the bird's eye view, right? You can only see the bird once it gets in your periphery. Okay. The principle of vibration is using your throat. It's using your throat. That's your voice. That's why I tell you, we in an era right now where y'all gotta use your voice. When you praying, don't keep praying quietly. It's a time to be quiet and it's a time to be loud. Right now, it's a time to be loud. You cannot keep on suppressing your voice. Do the prayer's gonna stay inside. It says first you get it on the inside and then it regulates, just like the delivery of the child. The child is in the mother, the womb first. And that child can hear and feel everything that you hear and feel when you're pregnant, right? It's just like, say, I'm gonna use Tracy for example. Tracy has a cat. The cat can feel the energy before you can see the person. So the third one is vibration, right? The fourth one is polarity. We just did that. Balance. Balance and knowing when to use the first, second, and third. Right? The balance is the heart. The heart and the brain coherence is the 4. The 1 and the 4. You can't get to 4 if you don't start at 1. It's very deep. But a lot of people don't even know what chakras are. The rhythm would be the gut. The rhythm would be the gut. You always gonna get a gut feeling if you doing something that ain't in alignment. That's what they mean by that gut feeling. That's the rhythm. You don't have to touch it. You can feel it. The principles of rhythm. And then we did the cause and effect. Now, if I go back to the principles of mentalism, it says the all is the mind and the universe is the mental. Knowing. When you know, it's undeniable. When you know what is for you is for you, nobody outside of you can deny it. Right. I work with the chakras too. Matter of fact, Cecile, let's see. Ooh. I work with the chakras. And I had got this book, one of the first books I ever got when I was going through my spiritual awakening was the chakra book. Let me see if I can find it. It might be that bookshelf. But I work with the chakras. And everybody work with the chakras. It's a PowerPoint, right? But if they don't know about it, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna heal. Chakra. I can't put my hands on it right now. Oh, wait a minute. I think you got too many books. The chakras. Awakening your healing powers of meditation and visualization. So I don't know what year I got this book, but that's why when somebody say I don't read energy, well, if you don't read energy, you ain't living. Because energy is in everything. Energy is in everybody, right? So the chakras is okay. So in the body, I would say there are 127. Don't correct me. You can use Google or whatever platform you use for your search engine. I think it's 127, but the 7 are the main one because you got energy in your hands, you got energy in your feet, right? And that was the thing of anoint thy head with oil or thy mouth with oil. No, baby, anoint your whole body so your aurora could be right, right? Because some people, a block energy is when you close your eyes and you only see black. If you close your eyes, and not because I got these ring lights on this morning, but if you close your eyes and you only see black, baby, you blocked. You're supposed to be seeing colors. Colors. And that's why I intentionally put this on today for colors. I don't know if it's got purple, but it's colorful. When I'm in my protective energy, like I got a black headscarf on. I have a black headscarf on intentionally, because I don't want no negative energy to affect the crown that I'm delivering this message through. I'm a vessel. And when you got a vessel, a vase, right? Some people want to put the brightest color flowers in it, but then you might get somebody, you might go to their house and they got black roses. They're working with a different kind of energy. You might have a black candle burning, or you might have a red candle, or a yellow candle, or a green candle. You got to think, even the stop sign. When you start to get the knowledge that even when you go to the stop sign, red, yellow, and green, those come from the chakras. Did you know that, Cecile? Those come, the colors of the stop sign. Everything go together. Ain't nothing just being, this is ancient information. You would think with all the people in the world on this planet, right? Planet, that they would know that even their stop sign, the purpose of their stop sign. If you got the right mindset or the right intentions, and you know that you on the straight path, you'll start asking for signs and symbols like, let all my lights be green today. And you will be just riding, and then it'll be one day you just be like, whoa, I ain't had to stop not one time today. Right. It didn't come from nowhere. It all came from somewhere. It all, when you see people developing, okay, it's say you got an idea, right? You got an idea, or you got a word. I'm gonna use word, right? Say you got a word that keep on coming to you, or a song that keep on coming to you. Some lyrics. Excuse me, confirmation. If you don't get that word out, that song out, that idea out, it's going to cycle back around till you're going to hear someone else delivering that message or coming up with that tangible piece. I'm going to use this as an example. I kept saying, I'm going to make a journal. I'm going to make a journal. I'm going to make a journal. Because y'all know I'm not no gatekeeper, right? I give good ideas out all the time. My brother had to remind me. I have had people to just come around me for their ideas. So I said, I'm going to do a journal. I'm going to do a journal. And I never did the journal. But this is how God tests me. I told somebody outside of myself, because journals don't have no names on it. Anybody can do anything. When you start looking at stuff as competition, you put yourself back in that box. So when this person came to me and they said, I need you to type up my journal that I've been writing. Immediately, my ego self said, how the hell you didn't? You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I talked to this person. But my God self said, type it up. Right? Type it. And do it with love. So somebody's going to have your name attached to their product either way. There's no need to have a product that nobody else is not interested in. So when you think about the stop sign, just remember they got that idea from somewhere. And they were in alignment to create a tangible thing with that idea that nobody even knew about. Nothing new under the sun is a real thing. Right? Okay, YouTube. So because also because identifying with um putting the puzzle. It's like going back to putting the puzzle together, right? When you're putting the puzzle together, do you know the hands-on with putting that puzzle together? Okay, so I got this machine right here in my house, right? I got this machine right here where I can actually go live right now and make a physical puzzle, right? What do I want that puzzle to be? Is I have to wait for that message to be delivered, downloaded to me. Because I don't want to make a puzzle that won't resonate to somebody. But there is no such thing as a puzzle not resonating to anybody because hey, everybody on that different planes. So so this is chakra that came up, Sincere. So and this goes back to if I can look in one of my journals right now, but I got so many of them, I don't know where we'll be at. Soul is the navel, right? When you come in this realm of delivering, you're connected to your mom at the soul energy. Like the navel is the umbilical cord, right? So when you hear people using statements like cord cutting, you know, I've had this person in my energy that I need to cut the cord from them. That means they didn't bring you into this realm, but y'all connected, and you need to find a way to disconnect so you can live outside of their energy. You get what I'm saying? So soul healing has been in my energy of one of the main things, right? Because the soul for me is the soul. The soul is the soul. You don't want to be planting seeds in unfruitile soil, right? Okay, so let's do this. First of all, sacred, the sacral, the sacral chakra. Glasses. The sacral chakra translates dwelling place of the self. It's closely linked to creativity, receptivity, passionate nature, sensual, and emotion. Remind you, I keep saying when someone's got what we call mental illness, it's not really mental illness. It's a suppressed energy, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, right? Their sacra is shut off. They can't create. They don't want to be do it naturally. So what helps your sacral when you hear people talking about drink more water, especially on the spiritual realm. When you hear anybody talking about water, 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 whether that's even if you take it to the Christianity side, it's baptism, right? But water is a force that is right now you see water destructing things on this planet, right? The water is destructive because of the soul. There's something destructive in just say I'm gonna use this as a example. And I'm gonna use North Carolina as an example. um the water that just destructed that particular town in North Carolina, or that little area, right? The water, that particular town was what they called a sundown town. Do you know what a sundown town is? The soil of that town was tainted. Let me know if you know what a sundown town is, or if you've ever heard of it, right? And then we're gonna understand about the sacral. It wasn't no sun in that town. Come on now. So water cleanses the soul. And it's not easy to put it in that reference, but also it's on the level of opening up to the fact that God ain't fluffy. To people, places, or things that are not in alignment with his will. And for a long time, we said, oh, how could God let this happen to so and so and so, or this situation, or whatever the thing be? But if you don't have good soul, then the soul might not get the results that you wanted to have in that reference. So for the sacral, it says, I don't know where you at, Cecile, but the sacral says, I am creator, creatrix, the divine energy creator. I am open to receive and I feel deeply. So since here you probably know the mantra, or the not the mantra, I'm sorry, the mudra for that, because y'all do a lot of mudras over there. Where you at, brother? You gone? Send me a text and let me know if you gone. So the balancing of the yin and the yang, your dark and your light, is what that one is. Where you at, brother? Okay, solar plexus. I need my other glasses. You back, brother? Do you know the mudra for your sincere? Do you know the mudra for your sacral? You see what that one look like? We see that one a lot. We see it a lot in the elite. Only thing that's saving you tonight is the heart of a woman. Okay. So, we were still on the sacral chakra. My question to you was, putting together the have you ever heard of a sundown town? I was going when I said the sacral chakra is connected to water. And I said, what we seeing going on this planet right now is a lot of water washing things away, right? Cleaning the soul. The earth is cleaning, literally. She's cleaning her soul. Okay. Okay. So was I was saying the sacral chakra is connected to water, and it is I am the creator. I am the creatrix, right? But this it's a feminine energy. And the feminine energy is it needs to be cleansed. It needs to be watered down. So when you see people saying drink more water in the spiritual realm, it's really because you don't for a sacred chakra to be operating at its highest frequency, you have to drink water because that's what the woman is supposed to release, right? So that's a feminine energy. The woman is the water that she produces when she's connected with the right man is a flow, right? It's a flood. So, but the mudra for it is that's why I was asking you, do you know the mudra for a sacral chakra, right? And even when you do the mudra, let me see. I don't know. Let me see what the comments are. The mudra is it looks like a wound. So it is a feminine chakra. The woman operating at a um higher frequency is the creator because even when she brings birth in, the womb expands, right? To the nine, what is it, the 9 centimeters. So that's the thing. So what we're looking for, the sacral chakra brings balance to the yin and the yang. Okay, so that would be the soul, right? The soul energy, the soul healing. Water cleanses the soul healing. That's what connects it with um, baptism. So we really need to be operating in just like the paying attention to what the planet is doing. So for the sake so I mean not the sacred chakra, the solar plexus. Dang, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading two different ones. That's orange and this is yellow. Hey, am I reading two different ones? I don't want to be misinforming nobody because, baby, I swear I ain't trying to go to the pits of nobody hell for misinforming. Yeah, I was on the wrong one. I was on the wrong one, y'all. I apologize. Out control, delete what I just said. Because, baby, I ain't trying to be like getting right, the cosmic egg. But I was on the wrong one, sincere. I apologize. It's the solar plexus, not the sacral. Forgive me, y'all. I ain't trying to be telling nobody nothing wrong. Okay, so but it's still the fight. It's still the this it's the same concepts. They sisters and brothers, right? Oh man, I didn't know I got one in there. Yeah, I was all the way in the wrong one. My bad. All right, so the sacral, the soul healing, the soul chakra, the soul star, right? So for me, my by namesake, right? But by my name, I'm Marcia. That's the birth name that my mom and my dad gave me. Or I think my mom gave me my birth name, and um, that means warrior, right? I'm a warrior. Sometimes I have to be in a chaotic. What is the mudra for the heart? Okay, that's the green. Hold on, Cynthia. Pink and green is the color. Green. Okay. The mudra for the heart is these three. Let's go right here because I gotta remember I got three devices on y'all, so work with me. These three. This one is down. I'm gonna show you right here because I got an arrow. The pink is out, and then you got these three together, right? It's this one. But I'm going to show you right here because I got a little drawing right here. Can you see that? I got these ring lights on, but I can turn it around if I need to. Let me know if you can see that, Sincere. So this one is down, and these are right here. So it would be almost like that one like this, but you have to put this finger down. And I think I got a book on just mudras, but this is the book right here. And I got this book off Amazon. Um, I'm gonna say I normally write dates on some of my stuff, y'all, because I like to know the date that I actually. I don't see no date. And I mean, it's old. It's got coffee in it because y'all know I'm a coffee drinker. Let's see if I got some dates. Holistic as a whole, holistic approach. No, I don't see any dates in it. All right, hold on, y'all. Let's see. I got look. All right. Um. Yeah. You saw that, Sincere? Okay. So back to the soul. The soul, right? Your soul is the all-powering conscious aspects of your being, and you're currently undergoing a healing progress. So for some of us, and put a line right there. For some of us, your progress is just beginning. In the beginning and in the end, right? So when you see, I'm gonna say like, what's the girl that's got the enjoy the dash? What is it? Enjoy the dash. There's a beginning, there's an end. The beginning is some people are just going through an awakening, and some people unaware because you got your conscious, your unconscious, and your subconscious, right? You might know that there's something going on, but you like, I can feel it. I can feel it. Some people are just getting to the I can feel it or I feel something. It's the beginning, right? But some of us are in the dash of it, and some of us are at the end of that particular cycle because the cycles are going to keep coming, right? So if you want to, you can take your pen and you can draw. And I don't know if I got an example of this book because I got a lot of books right here, but you just take it and you draw. Now, whether you draw to the left means something, and whether you draw your spiral to the right, whatever side you draw your spiral on, that's what path. When you just pick up, and y'all see me with a blue pen because I'm not doing a lot, so I got two blue pens right here, two different shades of blue. When I'm drawing, I'm gonna draw my circle to the left or to the right naturally. I'm just gonna pick up the tool and I'm gonna let it do what it do. So it can let me know if I should be working on my right side or if I can be working on my left side. And see, it's so simple. What I'm teaching y'all is to keep it simple, stupid, and not that I'm calling somebody stupid, but that's the forte of giving somebody a forte of giving somebody a kiss. A kiss is keep it simple, stupid, right? And then if you keep it simple and you don't try to be so in control, it's gonna take you either a straight line or it's gonna take you scribbly lines. You're gonna go back around and you'll be like, dang, I started there, right? But I didn't get something right there, so I have to go back around until I can put all the pieces of the puzzle together. So this awakening can sometimes still stir things up in your life as it creates the change required to expand to a higher state of awareness. There's nothing new under the sun. Your perspective means your awareness level has changed. The awareness that you were not working in your full power at your highest frequency is, I'm aware of it now. I wasn't doing my soul's purpose. I wasn't on fertile soil. I wasn't fertile. I wasn't growing. The seeds I was planting, they were dying. But that don't mean that I don't go back and plant some more seeds. I'm aware that I was putting too much water and not enough water in my soul, in my soul. You are undergoing a rite of passage. You are undergoing a rite. It didn't say if you were going left or right. It said rite of passage. Where the things that are not working in your life are being reviewed. Who's reviewing the things that are not going right in your life? What them little voices in your head that's telling you something ain't right? You are undergoing a spiritual awakening and it's being reviewed. It's you reviewing it. It's your most high within you. God is within and radiates out to the highest frequency, the of God. Picking up what I'm dropping? It's levels to be the son of God, individual. If you ain't going through nothing, you probably ain't going. You probably ain't the son of God. If you don't have a story of mental alchemy attached to your assignment, you probably ain't the son of God. If you want to know if you following a real or a fake, look at their struggle. They literally been through the mud, slid like they was sliding on base. Y'all know I played softball for 15 years, 13, 14, 15 years. Shortstop. It was a very strategic position. They were coming down hot. If you didn't move quick, you were going to either get hit in the face or body parts were going to be bruised up. If you weren't strategic about them hot ones that's coming to you. So I can almost tell you, if you ain't been through a struggle or the people that you following have not been through a struggle and let you feel it. A struggle, a struggle is when you can feel somebody over there struggling. Sincere, you know. Sincere, I'm using Sincere because Sincere reached out and I know that he is connected to me. He has teachers, other teachers. He my teacher. I'm his teacher. We ain't got no egos over here. But the story attached to him, even though that's not my physical story, I can feel it. I'm very empathic. I can feel it. And before I knew what physically happened to him, I spiritually knew that he was under attack. So I say, those last shall be first is if y'all ain't been through war like symptoms, then you're probably not a warrior. Because the word says, let's do it. don't have to read it to really give it to you. But the strongest, okay, this is the thing. Let's go back right here. I think we did this one yesterday. Um, how do you say you love God, but you don't speak truth? That was one of them. You live it, you speak it, or act it within your truth. If you work for God, He gives you everything, right? The God don't see things as good and bad, pretty and ugly. It just is. That's why you have to go through the fact of saying, if you go through victim mentality, I don't do victim mentality just like I don't do egos. Because if that was the thing, I wouldn't even be here. If I was going to continue to be a victim, I wouldn't be up here because I wouldn't want y'all to see me going through my crucifixion. Because some of y'all done been nailed me to the cross. I would literally be somewhere in a fucking white jacket if your crucifixions work. But because I know no weapon formed against me shall prosper, I gotta do what I gotta do. Not saying that the weapons ain't gonna be formed, but they won't prosper. Because I could not use my throat chakra if I kept being attacked by lower vibrational frequencies, principalities. Let's put it all together. Let's say it like it is. Okay, so this is how you know you're walking with God. For real, for real. He gives his greatest soldiers, prophecies, messengers, immortality. They're immortal. Because if they weren't, they would be up on a rock somewhere. The mountains are you. It's a real thing. You ain't gonna never get to the top of that mountain if you keep letting somebody outside you knock your tail down. Shut you up. That ain't gonna work. What are you doing? That's not gonna work. I tell any content creator, digital creator, whatever kind of creator, if you want to be a ministry, if you want to be a product, if you want to be just be using your voice, because you got to use your voice to get yourself out there, right? But I can tell you this when I say that the powers that were and the powers that be, those last, the ones that just moved out of their seats, and those are the first are the ones that's coming up to the top of the mountain. You wouldn't be there where you are if you would have kept listening to other people outside of you. That person, and I'm going to use Tracy because she was in here earlier. That person would not, she wouldn't be able to get on live and sell her product for $5 if she was in hermit mode. Sorry about that. So if you look at it as to make sure, from my perspective, make sure that if you have a leader in these days right now for such a time as this, they've been through some struggle. They've been through some war. Hold on. Let me use this. Hold on for a second, y'all. I don't. Sorry about it, y'all. Hold on for a second. Somebody calling my phone. I got all these devices. No. Slow down. Only thing that's saving you tonight is the heart of the window. I should put my phone on do not disturb, but I don't want to mess up the live. So just give me 1 second. Somebody keep a bookmark of where we at. Hey, you two, we in here today. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to end this live. Hello. Did you accidentally share keys yesterday? Why would I accidentally pick her keys up? Because I just ended my live and India, Greg had her keys. I took it. I don't even know why she called me to tell me to call you. I don't know why. Because she kept calling my phone, but she know why would I pick her keys? Pooh? Greg had her keys. Okay. You get what I'm saying? No, I wasn't even. I was just calling to ask. I mean, I get it, but I didn't mean it like that. But she called my phone 2 times. I told y'all I was on live. But why would I pick her keys? Her son had her keys. All right, baby, love you. Okay, so all right, I'm back. I'm gonna put this phone on do not disturb right quick because what I do that at? What's that? What time? Okay, all right, let's get back to it. All right, I literally need 2 mouses. I have a real love for a mouse in my hand. Real love. I'm searching for the real love. Okay, let's take that off. Hold on 1 second. All right. Now, let's get back to it. You still here, bro? Somebody's still here. Okay. So, you're being reviewed. Where the things that are not working in your life are being reviewed. Okay. So if it's not working, it's being reviewed. You're being reviewed. Okay. Know that this chaos is a positive thing. Okay. So let me get back in the energy of y'all. Chaos. When you're going through chaos, let's get it right. Am I going to be able to see the screen looks different? Okay, so when you're going through chaos, it's exactly right there. You're going through something to get to something. That's what chaos is. Chaos is trying to find balance in the you're trying to make it make sense. I remember a couple of months ago, or maybe it ain't been a couple of months, it's been a couple of years ago, I told y'all that my ministry was going to be all things possible. Y'all know I done had a few business adventures, angels on assignment. But I have literally changed the name just as of this week. I changed the name and I made a t-shirt. And I changed the name to make it make sense. Because I feel like people having a problem putting their puzzle pieces together and they confused. So make it make sense is make it make sense with healing yourself. And it's just that simple. And I don't want to keep saying it's just that simple for somebody to think I'm belittling them, but I'm literally saying it literally is just make it make sense as you heal, right? Because energy don't lie, people lie. Energy does not lie, people lie. And the reason why I say energy does not lie, people lie, is because energy can't be destroyed, it can only be transferred, right? So, and I'm not even to say that some people lied intentionally, because there some people were dealt a hidden hand, right? Or some people are under a covenant that they can't tell you that the food is bad. Like the people at the grocery store can't tell you the food is bad, because then they wouldn't make no money and then they wouldn't have no job. The pharmacia can't tell you that the medicine is bad and it's had a recall, because then they wouldn't make no money. The pastor can't tell you that some of the information that they give you is outdated and they didn't go and read the outside of the books, because they were under a covenant to only teach what they were allowed to teach in that era. So that's all being reviewed right now. It's the chaos is what we see as seeing as chaos going on right now, is because some people were taught wrong, and when they got the feelings and the emotions that they were being taught wrong, they didn't leave the room. They stayed there so they could keep on eating the bad food and taking the bad medicine and watching and listening to the bad newscasters and rappers, and you know they didn't work on removing themselves from the space of this ain't making sense. I've been doing this for 20 plus years and nothing's getting better. It actually looks to appear to me that it's getting worse. So let me go step outside right quick and put my finger up and step outside right quick so I can go and review what's being given to me. Because it ain't making sense that you get dipped in the baptism water on a Sunday and you walking right back in lust on Sunday night. It is what is required at this time. It's required that things go through chaos. There is a divine order to this chaos, and you are being asked to trust, listen, and action the loving guidance of your soul. I'm going to say that again. Trust, listen, action, loving guidance to your soul. To your soul. If you feel like a person ain't being honest to your needs and your necessities, and your life is still going in chaos, and you reviewing it, you better trust, listen, and actions to your loving guidance. Not the love of others, but the love of thyself. Thou. What's the definition for thou? Can I get one person, whoever's in here, to put the definition for thou? Your soul, which is your soul, holds the medicine for you to heal and know what's best for you. So it's still people out here going through chaos because they following somebody else instead of listening to themselves. Can one person, I might have to close this one right here because I got all these devices. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. I can do it just like this. Sorry. Look, I'll be saying sorry to the computer. Come on now. Okay. All right. Thou. A dialect form of you as the singular subject. So you got to be held accountable to your choices. You can't keep on in this space right now. This is what I heard. You ain't going to the pits of their hell. You're going to the pits of your hell. Because thou is singular. Right. We self-realizing, you self-reflecting, you everything right now is about you. If you want to stay here on this good old planet that's shifting, baby, you better put yourself first. And you better go out here and you better tell these people the truth. You better be honest. And it ain't even for their needs. It's for your needs. Study thyself to show thyself approved is a real thing, baby. Come on now. So you can see the fruits of your labor. Because like I said, those last is now first. It is a time of deep cleansing. Back to the water. But I remember we was on the wrong page. Okay, I had to flip the page. I'm back, sister. I'm back. That phone call had got me off. And I was already off. I'm already off. That's how I show. This ain't no perfect thing, baby. This practice. We were when I thought we was in the on the right thing. The solar is working with fire. So but we did see water. We did see water. We saw the water. But now we're working with fire. The soul is fire. There's a fire. Now we back on track. There's a fire that's lit in some of your souls that you got to get that out. Chaos means something has set you on fire. I'm back. We on fire. So that means if we okay, let's go back. For the solar plexus, which is where we are, is I am strong and powerful. Baby, now I'm gonna tell y'all this research right here. What y'all see me doing is I went in a circle to realize that I was in the wrong place and I had to get back in alignment with what's really going on. Because I'm grabbing stuff as I go, right? So now we know we operating in fire. It goes back to today's affirmation, power. My first affirmation for today is I am ready to walk in my full power. Come get it now. I am enough. I I manifest my reality, right? I manifested being up here today on both of these platforms. Because if I didn't have no power, go ahead. Go ahead. If I didn't have no power, I couldn't plug this in and I couldn't have no electricity. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have no energy running through these devices. They would be dead as a motherfucking doorknob. Okay. Now manifest. Manifest is not a new word. It's not a new movement. Right? So the first letter, let's do it this way. Manifestation is polarity. Even though you see the word man, and when I say man, I mean there's no manifestation without the man. I hope y'all got that. But the polarity, let me show you how polarity break it down to you. The first two letters is M-A. That's ma. It's duality. The mother and the father together as one create manifestation. So if you all want wholeness, you're going to manifest. If you ain't going to manifest. If you're just operating in the mama energy, the mamas have choices, options. They can do it all, right? They have to multitask. Man, they got a specific thing that's connected to them. You get what I'm saying? So when you put man and mom together, it's manifestation. So don't be around here saying you don't need your man. So, okay, so it is time for of a deep cleansing, and you are encouraged to let go of the old as you make way for the new. Okay. The old way of doing things means, and when I say it ain't gonna work, or I didn't say it, ain't my words. But I'm gonna tell you why it ain't gonna work. Some people, and I'm gonna use me because I can see me. Getting up on Sundays after doing what I did on Saturday night outside, and dressing it up, and I'm rushing to get there to make it look good. And it feel good. But it ain't sticking. It ain't working. Because if it were working, it'll be magnetic. It'll stick like glue. Have you ever take a microwave apart and get that big magnet out of that microwave and stick it on something? And you watch how hard it is to pull it. That's a big magnet. It's about this big inside your microwave. You can't pull it apart. It's going to take all your might for you to separate it. That's where we at right now. If you ain't feeling the energy of you can't pull me away from God, baby, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm going to keep on going. Soul healing allows. When I think of allow, I think of Allah, allow your soul. Allow your soul to heal on all levels of being. When you healing, when you've been wounded, the wounded warrior. Okay, let's keep it simple. When you cut yourself, and I don't like to cut myself. I don't like to cut myself. So, but I ain't afraid to walk with the sword. Right? I don't want to cut nobody physically, right? I don't even want to cut nobody verbally because I can cut you with that and you're gonna heal. Your body gonna heal. The body heals itself, right? So if you get a cut, you put a little ointment on it, you keep it clean, you water it. You know what I'm saying? Some people, if they out in the winters, they might burn it back together. They might use fire. Some might use water. Some might use prayer, right? But the words that I give you cut deeper than the sword. And the word and the swords are the same, but one is formless until I give it form, and one is formed. You picking up what I'm dropping? So, soul healing allows for healing on all levels of being, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mental. Right? So, it's kind of like I was showing you the other day in, where's my book at? In the book, he came to set the captive free. I show y'all some snippets of he came to set the captive free. Let me find it. Of you as a solid form, what we call man. Is it he came to set the captive free? Hold on, y'all. Is he came to set the captive free? This is a Christian book, y'all. Y'all want to know about spirits and okay, here we go. You want to know about planes and demons and what an angel and all that is? Go to the Christian bookstore. Go to Amazon. I got this one off Amazon. Man, body, man is what we see, right? You see the body, but you don't see the soul and the spirit. The body, the soul, and the spirit equals man. So emotions is energy in motion, one thing. Physical is what you can touch. Spiritual is the light. Mental is the dark. Right? You can see a light of spirituality. We're still looking at balance. But each word holds its individual power. Power in man in order for you to manifest, right? A complete cleansing on all levels, aspects, and states of being. States of being. I broke that down somewhere. Where did I break that down? What was it? Being. States of being. States of being would be like the planes. The planes. The planes. The planes. The plane on the ground. The plane of turbulence when the plane is shaky as it's taking off. But what book did I get it out of? The planes. to break it down to you. Um, I got so many books. I got to think that I can show you, because some people do better with learning stuff as I deliver it, but I need to show you that it's receipts behind it. The planes are in the book. Let's see. Only thing that's saving you tonight. Who's in the collar? Okay, I don't know right now. There's so many books on both of these desks. The planes. All right, let's try this book. Making the common. Oh, the common doing the uncommon. I think it might be in this one. Hey, I'm still here. Y'all. Give me 1 second. I want to break down the planes. Opening the door to the supernatural. No, it's not this one. I got to figure it out. But there are planes in. Let's see if I can break it to you. Let's see. What are the 3 planes? The spirit, mind, body, and soul. No, yeah, mind, body, and soul. No. Only thing that's saving you tonight. Whitewash. Some of y'all been whitewashed to hide the negative information, to defeat an opponent, to make something whiter. Ooh. Let's see if I can find it. I had wrote it down how I was going to deliver it. Even though you're being whitewashed, you got to find forgiveness. Forgiveness, a change of our thinking. Extraordinary results, miracles come as a result of forgiveness. I really had to work on some forgiveness. I'm looking for the how I broke down the 3 planes. 1 minute. I might not be able to do that today, but it's. God is in control. The truth about Christian Psalms 91. I had my Psalms 91 book out today. You won't sit down in the high. You who sit down in the high priest's presence, seeing the night in almighty shadows. Say this: God, you're my refuge. I trust in you, and I am. I don't see it right now, but I did break it down. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get it back. This that class I took with y'all, the ciphers of the masters. Hey, bro, you still here? That was a good class. The Sufi path. Judge yourself before you are judged. I did it somewhere. Hold on, here it go right here. Is it this here? Spiritual paradigm, reason, survival. No, that ain't it. spiritual relating to unseen energies. Crystal. I got it wrote down somewhere. I just don't know where I put it. There it goes. Thank you. Don't give up before you go. All right. Okay. Um, Multidimensional, right? The three planes. The physical plane, 90% work. Not the physical plane is 90% work hard. So the mental plane, okay, the physical plane, 90% work hard. Physical work is the lowest level of consciousness. An animal can take action, right? The mental plane, because of the mental attitude, belief, and target. B for, so B would be to be for or to become. And the third one was feelings. Physical, mental, physical, and what are the three planes? I can't, come on, I'm tripping. What's the third one? What's the third one? The three planes. Oh, three planes. Three. Yeah. Anatomy. That's where it is in the anatomy. Mm-mm. Living in anatomy. Which one was that? Physical, astral, and casual. The physical, the mental, and the astral. All right. So be very gentle and kind with yourself. So we got to go back. A complete cleaning of the levels, aspect, and state of beings. Be very gentle to yourself. Be very kind. Be very gentle and kind to yourself as you transmit through this very powerful, important time. We know we're gaining some power, right? Anybody that had a low battery, that battery should be powering up. Um, be sure to nurture yourself through this process, giving yourself lots of love and care. Love and care. Be honest with yourself for your needs and your necessities, right? Be honest to yourself for your be honest to yourself if you want to be powered up. Don't worry about what somebody outside of you got to say. Focus on the process that you going through. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat a whole lot of processed meat, but go through the process. Listen to the messages your body and your soul are offering. That's back physical and spiritual and mental. Listen to the message that not listen to the okay. So in this realm that we in right now, you not I ain't gonna say don't listen to me. I don't want y'all to not listen to me. But you ain't gonna be able to listen to everybody. You gotta listen to yourself. When for this is what I do. And half of this is because I'm going through menopause, right? But the other part is this. I have to, when I rise in the morning, whether it's dark outside or it's night, I done been through a transition of my sleep state, my unconscious state, my death state, right? So in the realm of you can die every night to your old self once you go back to sleep and you're unconscious, right? Because when you unconscious, your subconscious is still working. That's where the dream state come in. You know what I'm saying? That's where you got some people that's afraid to sleep in the dark. Like the dark night of the soul is they can go into a realm of not handling the things in the physical in their woken state. Is if they don't handle these things, sometimes they sometimes transition them into their dream. Like say for instance, you working a job and somebody at that job has got in your space of making you dis-ease, right? Dis-ease is not always a disease, a physical disease that's attached to a medication. Dis-ease is your spirit, right? Your suppressed spirit that you didn't handle that according to the way that you wish you would. That shoulda, woulda, coulda type of energy. We don't live there no more, right? So, and I say, when I say we don't live here no more, I got the song immediately. Love don't live here anymore. If you giving me a bad frequency, a bad juju that's attached to you, and you reflect it to me, and you open your mouth and you say it to me, then you have just bam, that energy is shifted, right? So if I don't handle it at that moment or accordingly, right? If I don't handle it at that moment, say something happens that don't sit easy in my gut, in my spirit, and I reach out to you and you don't answer the phone. So it's like I go to sleep with that, right? So even though my physical body go to sleep, my mind didn't cut off. My subconscious is still running. It's a computer, right? My conscious is feeding it and my unconscious is feeding it. But whatever my conscious fed it or my unconscious fed it, the sub is still running. That's why some people they have to listen to certain frequencies when they go to bed so they can be in a say like just say if I was a person that was struggling with some kind of mental illness or some kind of physical illness, a dis-ease, right? So if I was a person that had a lot of body aches, and sometimes we do. I'm a 51 plus year old lady, right? Um, I'm gonna listen to something in my subconscious when I'm asleep. I mean my subconscious, my unconscious state that's a frequency of healing my body, right? I'm gonna go when I go to sleep. I'm going to if just say I felt a little something in my body that like for somebody who's got a cold, right? I'm gonna sleep in something that's real thick and wrap myself up so I can sweat it out, right? So I can release the toxins out of the inside of my body so that when I wake up the next morning, when I rise, I could have possibly got rid of that disease so I can walk in my full potential the next day. So that's what I got. So listen to the messages your body and your soul and are offering you and follow through for this guidance. Right. So your guidance is your guidance, not the guidance of nobody else. What is your body? Are you like I went through this stage where I would always write, not just with a blue pen. Who am I? What am I doing? What am I here for? Why am I experiencing this? That I needed guidance, and I didn't need guidance from inside of me. I needed guidance from my cells. Pick up what I'm dropping. I needed guidance from my cells. What were my cells trying to tell me? Like when a song just pop in your head, that's a message. Message. Okay, amazing awakening is happening for you right now, and soon you will reap the rewards. So You're going to reap the rewards of power. You're going to reap the rewards of a higher frequency, higher energy. And if you asking for money, you're going to reap the rewards of money because money is energy. There's no difference in energy. You're going to reach the rewards of divine guidance, divine, the highest realm, the right of abundance in your life, whatever abundance you vision. You're going to reap the rewards of connecting. You're going to reap the rewards of unlimited, right? You're going to reap the reward of source. Source is giving you the reward of abundance, right? Through the people that you connect with, through the people that make it make sense while they're healing. You can't make it make sense when you're at your lowest chakra of operating in the lowest. You got to make it make sense in the highest. But you can move that energy just at the bottom, you move it up like an elevator, right? If you operating in a low vibrational state, you can move the energy up. You can see the color and move it up. It don't have to be dark. And you don't have to beat yourself up about what level that you own in your elevator. Because even the book says there's several levels to heaven and hell. It ain't just one level. Y'all better pick it up. Know that the process you are currently undergoing is a powerful injection of positive light from your soul as you heal deeply. That's what I mean. If I was going to have a glass of water, and I don't have a glass of water right now, right? But I do have a cup of water. If I was going to heal, if I was going through some dis-ease in my body, I'm going to tell you how the mind works. And I was low, I was vibrating low, and I wasn't where I needed to be. I would say I want to walk in my healing power. I would say those words, and I would know that I can drink this water, and I'm using my water as medicine. I would know that I'm going to read this word, and this word is going to heal me. I would know that I can be honest with myself and say, I don't want to be in this ease. I want to be healed. You know what I'm saying? So some people, if they in the, not saying that this is a low vibrational state, but I'm going to say this and I'm going to try to break it down to you. If I was in a state of I'm sick and I need to go to the hospital to be saved, to be healed, right? Then I know I'm going to jeopardize that when I go in that door, that there's going to be a whole lot of sick people in there. And I might go in there and come out with something that I didn't go in there with, right? If I go to, this is how my mind sees things. If I go to a church and everybody in there is sick and they want to be saved, then when I go in those doors and I shut that, and that door shuts behind me and those windows and stuff are closed, that I'm going to pick up whatever that's on the next person that does not want to be attached to them. So I'm looking for a safe space that I can open the windows and the doors. You know what I'm saying? Because I need those windows and doors to open in that temple, whatever temple I'm in. And I need to have, not saying I have to have control, but I'm going to say I can control it a little bit better if I can control myself, study thyself to show thyself approved, and then I won't have to come out with somebody else's dis-ease. If you get what I'm dropping. So be careful in going into other people's house and crossing their thresholds. Try to fix a lot of things right now in this time, for such a time as this, for yourself. The affirmation for the soul healing, soul star chakra. I open to receive deep soul healing now and embrace the support of pure love to guide my healing journey. I open, that's that door, window, whatever portal you want to open, to receive, right? We in a receiving connection right now. We connected to receiving deep soul healing now. The time is now. And embrace. Ooh, I love myself. Some people need to do this. Ooh, I love myself. Because you done gave all your love away. It's time to start taking back some of that love and putting it back in yourself. Because that's gonna just hugging yourself and loving on yourself, it immediately warms the body. Right? Remember I said when you get sick and you get under that cover and you start sweating, and that's your own energy pulsating through your veins. Embrace the support of pure love. Pure. White. You want to be cleansed. That sweat, that you got to get it up. To guide my healing journey. Healing don't look the same for everybody. Because we all created in our own image. That's why you got to be in a no judgment zone. If you don't want no justice to your brick wall, throwing you against no brick wall, if you don't want to keep pointing your fingers at other people when you got three more pointing back at you and one pointing back to the most high source, stop doing it. And even when you do it, unawareness, once you start to program your mind to be aware, you'll start taking it back immediately. As soon as your mind starts, you'll start saying, that ain't my thought. Because our thoughts ain't your thoughts. You heard that. Whether you picked it up and grabbed it, it said, your thoughts are not my thoughts. See, the thing about it is, some people just reading to be reading. But are you reading to live by? Are you reading to know that your words have power? If you use them in a high vibrational state. Now, if you want to keep being the victim, woe is the fuck we. But you, not me, because I don't want to operate like that. I don't want to be in disease. I don't want anxiety. I don't want depression. I don't want suicidal thoughts. I don't want those. Because those are the things, when they said back in the days that, they were going to be genocide, or they were genocide. And as people that look like me, this is what I just saw. People that look like me, they had a muzzle over your mouth. Some of the men and some of the women, while they were butt breaking your ass. And some of y'all have reincarnated in that same energy over and over and over again. You scared to open it and break the generational curses. Some of you like to be butt broke by our skin folks and kin folks. So if you want to take your power back, it used to be return it back to sender. You can, when you felt like you was being attacked, you would return it back to sender. But now you got to start asking, let me know who It's butt breaking me that I can't see. Let me be honest and show me who the all skin folks and kin folks is. Give me discernment of who I need to be sharing with. And if I'm not, let them release themselves, not just from outside looking in, but block yourself. Everybody ain't got to block you. I want y'all to see the prosperous abundance and what's getting ready to happen in my life, into my ministry, into my school. Right? I did. Me even coming up here today is one of my students slash teachers asking me, because we on return on investment around here. You're going to support me, I'm going to support you. There is no one-sided half-ass shit going on over here on this page. Excuse my language. This is real. Remember I told y'all the name was half hood, half holy. But now it's make sense. See, I can change it at any given time because I'm not in the same energy that I was in. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to be stuck and stagnant in somebody else's belief system. Go find your own space. Create your own space. If you think you know something that is of ancient knowledge, let's do this right quick so nobody won't get it twisted. Ancient Egypt is the first peoples to keep written records were the ancient Egyptians, right? It don't mean that they were the first people. It means that they were the first people to keep written records. And they weren't writing on paper. They were writing on no, they weren't even writing on scrolls then. They were writing on stones, the hieroglyphics, right? So we went back as far as the eyes can see of what's been hidden for centuries of it was wrote on stones, the tablets. I'm gonna say tablets, and you can read that. You can even read it in your Bible. It's in your Bible, but it's also on the emerald tablets. The Egyptian Book of the Dead, and if you were in the Masons or see, I'm glad that came through. Let me tell y'all something. The secret societies, the sororities, the elite, the pastors, they know all this. I'm not telling you, there is nothing new under the sun. Is a real thing. They know this, but some they in a covenant. They can't tell you this. They can't tell you what happens when they go behind them doors. But what you do inside those doors, what happens in the dark comes to the light, is a real thing. And let me tell you why. Let's look at it this way. The pastors don't have no kind of lack unless they misusing the funds. The Freemasons, look at them. Look how they living. Look at the judges. Look at the artists. There's no lack. They know something that you don't know. They doing something that you're not doing. Look at them and then look at their wives. Look at the sororities. Pay attention. Pay attention. The minute that you go to thinking that they in dis-ease, they aging backwards. They're not doing the same thing. They're not in lack by no means. So when I say you got to heal yourself, you got to find what healed you. You got to be taking a different journey. Don't be just sitting around saying, woe is me. I want to be healed. I want to be powerful again. I want to be divine. I want to be abundant. I want to be connected to the most high source so I can figure out how to heal myself and stop trying to be saved. I want to be healed. That's a very, very powerful affirmation. And not only that, drink you some water. I want to be healed to the most high source. Because if you don't heal your frequency of what's going on, and people done been out here and they done got different things done to them, and they done took a lot of this stuff got recalls on it, whether it's food or medicine. It's just like an electronic. It's just like a car. Look at how many cars got recalls on it. If you thinking that you getting in a car and you just bought that car and something ain't wrong with it, it's something to have a recall on it. So in saying that, y'all, the food, I'm not a truck driver, but I can tell you, talk to a truck driver and see them. They tell you just as much food is going in these stores, it's going back on them trucks in boxes and crates of it's got a recall on it. The children's, it could be anything, toys, it could be TVs, anything got a recall. But the main thing about it is, and when I look at the pharmacia, the medicines that's got recall on it, how you know that that medicine don't have um a recall? When did you know? When they told you, right? When they told you, oh, that ain't bad, we need you to bring that back and we need to give you another batch. Okay, just say hypothetically somebody that's had what you call it, surgery, cosmetic surgery, right? And they might got fake boobs or they might got fake butt or whatever the scenario is. But what are you gonna do when they start recalling those parts back? You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be careful in the power that we give others when it comes to our bodies. And I say that because, some people are addicted to pain. They, hey, cut this off and put something else. You know what I'm saying? It could be a knee, a back, this in your back or whatever. They come up with everything to fix you. Now they're coming up with robots to do, what I'm saying, different stuff that we used to do. So they ain't even going to need that. But are the robots going to let you know? Who's going to let you know that there's a recall on your medicine? There's a recall on your food. All this stuff that just happened, half of it didn't hit the news. So if it hit the news, it's already too late, right? And all they're going to do is give you a settlement like they did to people that was in the military and worked at the hospital that had to go and get those things injected in them, the nanos, right? So I'm just saying, if you don't want to get to the pearly gates and your most high source, what you call God, Jesus, um, whatever you connect it to, is saying, who are you? I would reevaluate, review some of the things that I choose, some of the things that I choose to eat, some of the things I choose to look at, listen to. You know what I'm saying? I would use all my senses before we go into 2025 or Project 25 of letting your other people um, guide you that's outside of you. If something don't feel right, follow that intuition, that feeling, that emotion, that gut feeling that this don't feel right. And until we start doing that, we can't heal ourselves because we always got other people telling us what's right for us. Even when somebody tell you that something's right for you, you have discernment in your body to say, I don't know. Give me a little time. Let me go. Tell them. Let me go talk to God before you start just taking anything. Let me go talk to God before you just um start putting things in your body just give you this ease and study thyself to show thyself approved. You know when you eat something like me, I'm gonna be a example. The other day my money was low, so I went to another store, which is another store that's good for just selling good food. But I went to this store and I got this it was pizza, right? And I ate this pizza, and at that moment it filled the hole. It filled the gap that I was trying, it filled it up. But 2 days later, when I had to go to the bathroom, I it won't ease. It was very much disease, right? But when I'm not operating in my lower vibrational self and I put better food in my mouth, I get an ease when it's coming out. What goes out, what goes in has to come out. Same thing mentally. When you're going to the doctor and you write your name on that piece of paper and you tell them your symptoms and all of that, they're gonna give you a result. But when your ear hit it, if it don't feel right, say, hold on for a second. Right now, let's just not give me that diagnosis right now, right? Because the body didn't say I just feel like my body's healed. Don't be so good, so quick to just take everything they give you. Do a little research. See if it's got a recall on it before you just start putting things in your mouth. If you got the paperwork to some of these things that they have attached inside your body, if you got the serial number on that product, some of y'all need to go to the CDC and see if it has a recall on it. Because some of y'all don't know you walking around in here with reject parts. You walking around here with recalls. Some of it's being recalled. Review what you're doing. Do your research. I can't do your research, but I can tell you one thing. If you do your research and you start going to the CDC and seeing and getting a list, that's how I got the information about the Bible being banned. The Bible being banned is connected to the New World Order, New World religion. So some of this stuff, y'all, I know I be looking like I'm chaotic over here. I look like chaos walking in the flesh, but I'm being honest. Don't take everything for face value. That's what I mean by all skin folks and kin folks. But if you want to go in and listen to this message on a later note, we've been up here for 2 hours and 27 minutes. If we stay up here to 2:29, we'll be in synchronicity with my birthday because my birthday is 9/22, and I look at numbers backwards, forwards, and backwards, right? So 27, 27, and I have been not really over here because I've been focused on these two screens right here. But I just want to say thank you. I want to say you were hanging upside down. Now you can take you some days to get back right side up. Be honest with yourself and others. And another thing, if this ain't your lane, don't get in it. If I say something that's triggering to you, you have a choice to stay or to go without judgment. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But don't be somewhere under your breath saying, who the hell she thinks she is, and all this, like some of us skin folks do. If it ain't for you, don't worry about it. But it's for you, eat it. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. But be honest. If I told you something, you got if it was something that you heard, or if it was a book that I shared, because I done shared a lot of books and information today. If it's something that you feel like is calling you, because it says, many are called, but few are chosen. If I give you something, you get to choose. You get to be, I'm going to choose this one and run with it. But don't be a gatekeeper and know that it's calling you and you don't want to do the work to try to figure out what it's telling you. If you're a content creator, create. Creators going to create. Speakers going to speak. Teachers going to teach, right? But if you really, really think about it, if we're doing a shift, those last shall be first, the old pastor's going to fall and the new teachers or masters going to, because everybody didn't go to school to be no master. Everybody ain't trying to get no master's degree in what they looking at. But when I say that those last shall be first and it's shifting, then you gotta go. And you need to go out here and get some of this in and this information, this energy before they start doing like they said they're gonna do, is take books out of the equation. So if you need to go read all the books you can read right now, or download all the information, or even if they saying they're gonna take away the Bible, then you need to go make sure you got a PDF of it, you got a printed copy of it, or something. Because this ain't the first time that they came with burning of the books. This ain't the first time that they tried to clean your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And God forbids they put it with an explosion and it wipe your memory out again, and you can't figure out if you coming or going. Because this ain't the first time. And I'm gonna show you how this ain't the first time. It's enough knowledge that you can see this ain't the first one. This won't the first one. You see that? That's like number 2. It ain't gonna be the first spiritual one. It ain't gonna be the first mental one, and it ain't gonna be the first physical one. And what you do with that, you do with it. But it ain't the first. It ain't the first time it's gonna happen. It ain't the first time. It ain't nothing new under the sun. Get in alignment, because some people finna flow, some people finna go. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But I love y'all. I'm thankful. We actually went. It's 2:31 now, so we in the sequence of the 1, 2, 3, and it's scrambled all in circles, but it's still synchronicity. So I'm gonna end this live stream over here on this computer. Oh, wait a minute. And I want to just say thank you. Your stream will stop. Okay. All right. I need to stop this one. But I want to say thank you for the people that